Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do my nice and simple daily goth alternative look. So we are going to start with some primer, and I use the Smashbox one here. It has been my motto for a while that an expensive primer means that you can go with drugstore makeup for everything else. So I use a big dollop and then put it literally all over my face, down my neck as well, and then I just wait a few minutes so that way it gets a little bit tackier before I go in with my foundation. So I use the e.l.f. one here, that's the shade on the bottle, and I like to kind of just put it all over my face, making sure to go heavy on the acne heavy areas. I just use my hands to pat it all down, making sure it's pretty much even down my neck before going in with my blush. I'm using the ColourPop stick. This is by far my favorite blush I've ever used, and this time instead of using my fingers, I'm going to use a little beauty blender here, just so I can make sure it's really even when I pat it all down on my face. Now, like I said, for all the drugstore products, we are going in with that e.l.f. setting spray and making sure to do a nice caking now that the face itself is done. So spray a whole bunch of it, let it dry, and then go back in. So this is a palette my aunt bought me from Five Below, and I just really like this pink sparkly shade to use as a highlighter. It's a little bit cool toned, so it matches what I'm doing, but it stays on all day, which is shocking considering it's from Five Below. Next is that ColourPop palette. It's the smoking one where all the shades are out of order because I dropped it and had to fix it. I'm going to go in with the black shade here and just cover all of my eyebrows. Even though my hair is a little bit lighter than the brows itself, trust me, it helps that they stick out a little bit more when you do heavy makeup like this. So I avoid my eyebrow slit and just follow the natural shape of my brows on one side and then follow the exact same pattern on the other side. We want to get them as even as possible. I use that plain gel from e.l.f. to go over top of everything, making sure not to smear my eyebrows in any direction so it doesn't smudge my foundation. Just making sure they're nice and caked. Now going in with these lighter shades from the palette, I start by doing a nice dusting of white all over my eyelid, as well as the crease, as well as the area right below my eyebrow. Basically just giving myself a nice blank canvas for the rest of the colors I'm going to use. I always do a couple layers when I go in with white, just so that way I can get it as bright as possible. Even though most of it is going to end up being covered by grays and blacks, it really helps to have that base so everything just pops right up at you. I also take it a little bit underneath of my eyes. Then I go in with the first gray shade here. This is that purple-y gray as opposed to the bluish one. And I kind of just focus it on the crease of my eye as well as the lid without taking it all the way up like I did with the white. So this is going to go slightly lower than where the white went. As you guys can see, I'm kind of measuring it out as I go. And I'm taking it all over the eye, not just on the outside. Do again the same thing to the other eye, trying to keep them as even as possible. And I blend it back out with white when I'm done to make sure it blends out really smoky. Once we are done, we are going back in with the black and a thinner brush and going right into the outer corner. We are not trying to focus this all over the lid or way up into the crease or up to the eyebrow. We kind of just are doing like maybe a nickel size amount of this black right into the corner and then down where I might be putting my eyeliner. Do the same thing on the other side until they are both as dark as you want them. Underneath, I'm doing the black as well, making sure to focus it a little stronger here than on the eye itself, so that way the bottoms and the lower lash line pops out a lot. Now with another brush of a similar size, I'm going to go in with this magnetic-y, it's like a brownish silver color, and I'm going to form what's a little mini triangle underneath my eye. I started doing this a while ago, I just kind of liked how it looks. It's similar to like how a clown would make that diamond shape, but this is just a little bit of eyeshadow. And then we're going to also take it into the inner corner to start to pop out that before going in with a lighter silver. So it will basically have two layers of the metal to pop out at you. You can make sure that both of your eyes are pretty even here. Take them as far into the crease as you would like. I just do a little bit and then I go back in and make sure everything is totally even. After my eyeshadow is done, we are doing another dusting of setting spray and then going in with our eyeliner. I start with black directly into the waterline, making sure that everything is really seamless here. It should blend in nicely with your lower lash line. After that is done, we are going to begin the process of eyeliner, which is apparently really hard to do at the kitchen table, which is where I'm filming this. I usually start with my cat's eye, going into the inner corner and dragging it out from my eyes, but it is hard to do so with the way I'm sitting. So once I have that pretty decently even, I'm going to start by dragging it about halfway into my actual eyeliner area before adding the wing itself. So I want everything to be pretty seamless going into it here, and then I do the other eye, and once I know for a fact that everything is as even as it's going to get, that's when I'm going to start adding the wings. So I just kind of drag from the inside of my eye out towards my eyebrow, and I want them a little bit thicker than normal today, so I'm going to go in with slow layers till I build them up to being even. So same thing on the other side, take it nice and slow when you first start, and then drag it back in. And then you'll fill in any of the gaps as you go. You want to make sure that everything is as thick as you want it, but you do not want anything to be super gigantic thick. I also add 2 dots underneath those little points just for fun. Sometimes I add them, sometimes I don't. Next up is your mascara, and I just start by curling my lashes just for a quick second. Make sure to hold and squeeze on both sides, and then I'm just going in at top and bottom lashes. Even though I know I'm going to be putting false lashes over top, I like to make sure things blend seamlessly together by making them as dark as possible. So I add 2 nice thick layers of mascara to the top and bottom, and only after I'm done do I put on my lashes. Make sure that you add this to both of your eyes. You don't want to skip a step in between. And once you are done, you can get your falsies ready. If you want the Amazon link to these lashes, because I know a lot of people end up loving them, I can put it in the description or just send it to you on Instagram. I just use a regular old lash glue, fan them out till they get tacky, and then I just put them towards the outer corner of my eye. I like it so they're closer to where my eyeliner is, so they're not jabbing me in the inner corner all day long. So I pull them out, then I tighten them to my actual lashes by squeezing it with my tweezers, and then I just go in with the other one afterwards. They came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. For lips, I like this little trick of using chapstick to get the foundation off. I just load on a layer like this, smear it in, and then wipe it off on my hand, so all the foundation comes off. Next, I take my very nude shade, not nude in where it's tan, but where it's the exact color of my actual lips, to kind of layer it up and fight against where the foundation was. This is a lip stain from ColourPop, which you can't tell because it all wore off, but I loved this color because it really looked like drying up blood. It's one of the best colors I've ever used. So I load it up and I do not rinse it off, even though it is a lip stain. I just smack it all together until it stays on like this. Next, I just throw on my jewelry. As you guys know, I live on the coast, and even though I take a lot of alternative inspiration, I still like to load up with shells and things that I found or made. So these are my bracelets for today. I also am putting on some earrings for my aunt and ones that I made from those oyster clam shells at the beach, and of course my tropical perfume. I have 2 shirt options. I have this Hawaiian shirt with little koi fish on it, but I also have a black shirt as well. This one I just liked because it really matched my sandals. I also have this here. But with that, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed and that you come back here for next week's video as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another makeup video or if I might show off my Minecraft world with my little sister. So if you want to stay tuned, I upload once a week with large crochet tutorials once a month. My last week's one is up and I can't wait to see you again. Bye bye!